Hi everybody, it's Patty, and I thought I'd show you how to coffee dye your paper. Um, I don't know if you can see the kind of like a marbling effect that it gives. I think it's really cool. Um, so I'll show you what I do. Let me grab a flower. Easiest to show you is with a flower. So here's just a plain white. Um, the smoother the cardstock, the better, and I guess the thickness really doesn't matter on this as long, I mean, you're going to want to test out your cardstock to see if it can hold up to basically liquid. So what I have, let me move this out of the way. What I have here is a big giant cup of coffee, and it's just black coffee. I make it really strong so you get like a darker color, and all you're going to do is you're going to dip, put your flour in like that, and just let it sit in there for like a few minutes so it can absorb into the paper. Then once you let it absorb, you're going to take it out. You're not going to see any color. And that's when we move this over. Get the camera here. Okay. So now your flour is pretty wet. So what you're going to do is you're going to just take a paintbrush and just blob it on there, and you're going to keep hitting it with the heat gun. Now you're going to want to keep the heat gun kind of far away so it absorbs into the paper and doesn't really move the coffee off the paper. I found this to be most effective to get that marbling effect. If you don't want the marbling effect, I would just keep dipping it in the coffee. Take the whole flower petal and just dip it in the coffee, heat it, and then re-dip it again. So we're going to do this again. And you're going to want to do for flowers, you're going to want to do both sides, but a lot of the projects you don't have to. And you can make it as dark or as light as you'd like. I prefer it to have like really dark spots on it, so I just keep doing it till I like it, kind of thing. And you want a good puddle of coffee on it to get that, like the marbling effect kind of thing. Now you can see the dark spot forming in the middle here. See that? And it's getting darker around the edges. And that's what I like. And I think I'm going to leave it like this and just let it dry. Now you're going to flip it over, and you want to do the same thing to the other side with the paintbrush until you get the same effect. And then heat it till it's, kind of damp, not soaking wet, because if you move it while it's soaking wet, it'll tear, and you're going to want a lot of paper towels to absorb the coffee. Now I have another tip for you. I was playing last night because my husband was watching a movie that I wasn't interested in. I don't do hunting movies too well. What I do is I take the coffee, the black coffee, and I pour it in little cups. And then I take the Adirondack alcohol ink, okay? And I just kind of give it a good squirt in there. Okay? Now, I have a green. I think this is terracotta. And see, I bought alcohol inks, but I found I never used them, so I never bought them again. Well, last night I decided I'm going to find another use for them. So what I do is I take my black coffee, and I'm going to get the tag totally wet. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to dip into with the same paintbrush, and you're just going to blob the color on. Okay? And then you're going to hit it with the heat gun, and it'll move it around. This you want to move around because you want the marbling with the color. And you don't have to worry about like totally drying the tag. You just want to dry the ink in spots. Okay. So I just do it again. I'm going to use the same color because you can see it didn't really take on this side. And you just hit it with the heat gun. Okay, now that looks cool. Alright, so then what I do is then I dip it into another color. And I'm going to go with the green. And you're going to want to hit the spots where the red isn't. Or the terracotta, whatever color it is. So, just do that. Make sure before you dip it in your color, you blot off the excess off your paintbrush, otherwise you're going to have some really messed up colors. See how we're doing on time. I'm trying to hurry up and keep this under 10 minutes so I don't have to do a two-parter. Okay, then what you're going to want to do, okay, so you got two colors on, you're going to want to just take straight coffee, and this is what, it's going to give it like a, I don't know, I think it kind of blends them a little bit better. And you're going to heat that up before you add your third color. So, and then you're just going to keep adding your third color, and you're going to keep doing this and adding coffee in between and keep adding, you know, brushing the coffee on, drying it, add your color, dry it, brush your color on, dry it. And this is what the effect I came up with. You see that? It's pretty cool. And then here's another one that I did, which is really super cool in person. I like it. But it really gives it like a marbly, almost vintage looking effect. And like I said, I only have 3 colors of the Adirondack alcohol ink because I just didn't use them that much. But I think I'm going to buy some new colors to play with because this was kind of fun. So, but that's all I have for you today. I just thought I would share that with you. It was kind of like a new discovery, and I just had to share it with somebody. And I guess it's all of you out in YouTube land. Thanks for watching. Bye.